Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Factorio with our small little factory here, chugging along. And we just finished researching engines, okay, because we do have red and green science, which is great, and it allows us to get things like trains, fluid handling, okay, and automobilism. Now, what we're looking to do is try to get blue science. This is kind of the next science that we want to get to. But in order to get there, we need to research fluid handling. So, and the reason I saw that is blue science is what I'm going for. But if I click on this, you can see that it's red because I have to get all these prerequisites. And the first one that I can get is yellow because I can do it, but I don't have it. Green means I do have it researched. And it's fluid handling because we're going to need this for the blue science. So I'm just going to go ahead and say start researching that so that we have a research project going. Now, while that's happening, another objective that might be fun for us to look at is upgrading the speed of some of our industry. Okay? So what do I mean by that? I mean that we have yellow belts, we have yellow inserters. So if I push E, you can see that we can actually build fast inserters, okay? And we can also build fast transport belts and fast underground belts, as well as faster splitters. So what would that mean? Well, if we wanted to do that, all right, we would need to dramatically improve or increase the amount of gears that we produce, but we can practice doing this in a different way, perhaps. So let's take a look at that. Also, I might want to be getting medium electric poles, but you'll notice that I do not automate anywhere the production of iron sticks. So iron sticks are an intermediate product, and they just take iron plates. So I might want to have that happening. And let me do that over here. So you can see on our kind of main bus, we've got plates going, but what's going on? Why are we not producing as many plates down here? What has happened? Well, what has happened is we're simply not getting enough ore coming up. Why are we not getting enough ore coming up? Well, let's look. It's not power related. It is, yes, this is why. So you'll see the red lights on these two drills. This means that they have no mineable resources left. There's nothing. So I'm going to right click to pick these up, and we need to put them someplace else. All right, so we need to expand our mining. All right, no problem. You really can't have enough, okay? Iron. So I'm going to put 2 here, and I'm going to start and just put some back here. And then we need power poles, but I want better power poles. So I'm going to build a power pole like this over here. And, oh, looks like that didn't actually connect. So let me build that there so it does. And I'm going to build a bad power pole just because I have it on me right there to get this one going. And then at this point, I need to take the output and bring it over there. So now we're just getting some more iron ore sent over. But you can see that doing it this way potentially... Well, no, this is actually okay. We have a reasonable distribution, but we might have too many on the bottom that we want to sort out. We've already finished fluid handling while I've been doing this. Next step is oil processing. So let's go ahead and get oil processing researched while we work on this. This is what you're going to have to do a lot of the time in Factorio, is come back and build up your production line from the ground up because you're running out of the basics like iron and copper. Either ore or plates, you're running low on power, and as your system and factory expands, you just have to make sure that, especially at the foundation, you're producing enough resources to keep this going. So we want some more electric mining drills. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click this, and I'm going to click it off. We need cable and we need green circuits to do this. So let's go pick up some of that stuff and put it in our bag so that it's much easier for us to craft. So this is why we put these little boxes here. So I have, I'm actually going to just control-click and take all of this. And then now I can quite simply craft myself, 10 more drills, for example. This will help just get the plates nice and caught up. And I'm going to build these on this side as well. Remember, when you mouse over this, you could see what the expected resources are. So this is a bad place to do it. But I still want to try to use all of the resources that there are. So we're just going to start dropping these in. Like this. And there's a power pole in the way. No problem. There we go. And now I'm going to just run this line up like this. And I'm going to get some power poles borrowed here. And now we've got power for all of this. So at this point, by the way, also, this is something I just really like to have. I want lights. I want lights everywhere. I hate when I can't see. So I'm just right-clicking to build lights, and we're just going to build them, wherever I can reach, so I can not have to be in the dark when I'm looking at this part of the factory. All right, great. Illumination. It's wonderful. So I'm just running around putting down lights. And you don't have to do this if you don't care. I just think it's helpful. They're very easy to build. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so now that some time has passed, let's see how we're doing on the ore. And you can finally see that this is doubled down. It's completely filled back in. And we're doing okay on the production of plates to a degree. And we've got plates coming in down here as well. So this is all for our iron, though. Or our steel beams, rather. So this is looking good. It might get to the point, though, where I want even more iron plates. All right? So we'll have to keep our eye on exactly that. Let's give it some time to catch up and see how we do. But in the meantime, we're going to build some... oh, you know what? I lied. I said we weren't building sticks or power poles, but I'm already doing that. I had forgotten. This is great. So now we have a bunch of power poles. Perfect. Okay, so then now it's really time to start building fast transport belts. Now, these are really expensive. Many players don't build a lot of these, but I really, really like them because they will help expedite certain aspects of our factory that need some more speed. So what do we need for fast belts? Well, we need regular transportation belts, okay, and we need gears. For regular belts, we need plates and we need gears. So let's try to build, just for fun, even though we're already building belts over here for our green science, let's leave all of this here for green science and carve out a niche of our factory to just make some red transportation belts. Now, the cool thing is we don't need a million of these things. So I'm just going to plan this out. All right, so let's just say, okay, I want, do I have any assemblers built? We could even build faster assembling machines, to be honest. It's actually not a bad idea. and we don't have assemblers set. All right, here we go. This is going to be fun. We're going to go from the ground up. I'm going to build an assembler right here, okay, because we've already got iron plates coming in for this. And what do I want to build here? I want to build, actually, assemblers. So for assemblers, we need iron plates, we need gears, and we need circuits. All right, so to do that, let's change this instead to gears. So right away, we need this to be gears. All right, and I'm going to just take a inserter and grab this off and have this making gears. We're going to go ahead and just power this up. Now, I'm going to then take directly from this, and I'm going to build a factory here that is going to make me, I should say an assembler here that's going to make me assemblers, and I can just draw this. Now all I need are plates, okay, and I need circuits. So for plates, all right, we can simply split this and run this down here for a moment and then pick this up. We can drop a power pole there. And now we just need to send over circuits. Now we're making green boards right here. So if we wanted, we could split right here and send over circuits. Like this, down to here. And then the power pole is sadly not reaching it, so I'm actually going to take it out and build a better power pole like right there. Now, what are you missing? Nothing. Now, what I'm going to do is two things. I'm going to put two inserters on this. One is actually going to go into this factory here, or this assembler, and then one is going to go, into a box. Now, I want better boxes than what I've got. Well, no, I can use a wooden box. I don't need a ton of these, but I'm going to put this right here. And we can put a nice large power pole over here. This is fine. And I'm going to say just keep assemblers in the top two. So what this is doing is I'm automating the production of assemblers. So I usually should just have assemblers ready to go. But what I want made here are upgraded assemblers. I want some of these on demand. So what does this take? This takes plates, wheels, circuits. All right? So we need to send steel, gears, and circuits. All right? Well, guess what? We're going to now run this up through like this, and we're going to continue to produce gears because we need them for our conveyors as well. So I'll just build a nice power pole here. Now we can just extend that like this. And then this can go here to here. And we need one inserter right there. And we can build power poles here. Like so. Now this has everything it needs except for steel plates, which we're moving along the bus down here. So let me just bring this line over, continue our bus along. I'm actually going to keep filling this in. Now we have this water that's going to cause us to have to move our bus up and around it, and that's no problem. We'll do that later. By the way, you can always, if you want, just say, you know what, I want my coal line, it's in the way. I'm going to just put this right here, and then put this down like to here. And, oh, but you need it to go in the right direction, so rotate it, and then there you go. And then now, you can just move your bus through without having to make 2 underground belts for your bus if you want. This power pole's got to go. We'll just put a bigger pole right here and here, no problem. Then we'll run this, and we'll think about where we want to. I'm going to give as much space as possible. Yeah, this is good. And then we're going to start, oops, not like that. We're going to start running this up like that. And again, what we'll do is we'll take this going the right way, get that out of there, and you see it automatically, it'll delete it for you, so you can just kind of like have your bus going like this, and we're good. All right, and same thing down here, except we're running out of underground. There we go. That was a little bit of a trick there for a moment, but we fixed it. Underground belts have sneaky ways of interacting. There we go. Okay. So we need these up here, and let's just do it like this. I'm going to split. Right here. I'm going to run this to here. And I'm going to go ahead and put this here. And then now I can just drop this here. We do need a power pole. And at this point, we're making what I set out to make. I'm going to stop this so that I can go ahead and in a box put faster assemblers. And I'm only going to make like 3 stacks. That's fine. So I don't need a bunch of this, but I just want to have assemblers being produced so that whenever I need them, I can just run over and get them instead of having to craft them by hand and take time. And this is something that you want to just set up at the beginning so that you have everything you need. We finished oil processing. Let's go ahead and click this. And remember, we're trying to get to blue science, so let's see what's in the way. Well, we need sulfur processing. Okay, go for it. Research it. And we'll keep moving. Now, we have assemblers. And the reason I was doing that is because I actually want to take fast assemblers right here. And, oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. Well, I was going to make faster belts, but we've come to a Factorio problem. We are no longer producing fast enough iron plates. So we need to expand this operation. But you'll notice that we actually seem to have enough ore and enough coal. So what I could do, okay, is build an offshoot of this project so that we could have even more going. And look at where I could actually do that. You see right here, it looks like maybe I was already setting up to do this. I've got iron ore coming down here. So let's go ahead and we need furnaces, no problem. I need to pick up some stone to make more. Luckily, I have stone. I don't want this many. I'm just going to pick up a few stacks. Alright. So, one thing we can do, if we like this, is copy and paste it. So, we could... Nah, but it's not the same as what we need because the coal's on the bottom. So we need to just do this ourselves. So I'm going to build one right here, okay? And we'll take an inserter and we'll say, give me this, give me this. And then we need a big power pole to work on that, like this. All right? Now, the issue is we're going to need an output for this. And I'm going to bring it up here. I'm actually going to make the output line go down here. Like this. And then I'm going to bring this all the way around up to there. Then we need long-handed inserters to grab these and put them down there. We're going to need more long-handed inserters. We're running low. These are easy for us to make on hand. We could, of course, automate this if we wanted to make this even simpler for ourselves. I'm going to Control C. And I'm going to copy this. Now, no, I'm not. I'm not because I don't need a power pole every single time, so I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to just kind of pipette some of this, and then we can copy it once we get a little bit more of it built. With iron plates, especially at this stage, never underestimate how many you need. And it looks like we ran out of belts. No problem. I put belts into storage right here. So I'll just come, Control, left click it, pick up a bunch of belts, and move on my way. Alright, and then we're going to drag this over and drag this over. Okay. So what we want, pipette, rotate, there you go, and pipette, like that. Alright, and the power is spreading enough, but not enough for two. So now I can Control C, copy this structure, and then just build it, build it, build it, build it, build it, and we'll build another one. Now, I still have to fill all of this in, of course, but it just blocks it out for me. Cannot reach. We have to get this tree out of the way. Okay. All right, so now, once you've got all these structures ghosted in, just stand out of the way, okay, and then push Q on things and put them down. You can actually just run along holding down left click with things that are adjacent like that. And then this, you just kind of put as many as you can reach. These are going the wrong way. Whoops. Let's get the power poles in there first, I guess. You can just pipette with Q on the ones going the direction you need, and then come back down and Q these inserters, and they'll be rotated the right way for you. There we go. Oh, there's nothing there. It looks like it's there. Sometimes it's a trick. It's ghosted. It's not in there, and you think it's there. There we go. So that's why I'm checking. Are they all on fire? They all need to be firing. Now, everything is firing. Now you'll see that we've got a ton more coming in, plate-wise, and hopefully this will slowly start to catch us up. Let's see if this has any effect on our production. Another thing to watch is our ore. The ore seems to be okay. It's not perfect. So if we feel like the ore production isn't great, then we can just get more going. Right? So I could say, all right, production, make me like 20 more of these. And, you know, let's go ahead and put some down. While we can here. And give me some of the bigger power poles, please. There. There's even more. And I'm just not even going to mess around with it. I'm going to go here and start putting in as many as I can on this side as well. Now, it's always important to... this is not enough resources. Here we go. Once you start doing something like this, where I'm like rapidly expanding the factory, in one moment, we're going to need to check out our power situation. Here. There you go. And power, 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 power. All right, now let's look at our grid. Oh my God, we're running out of power. I had a feeling. All right, so now it's time to boost our power. All right, so let's go ahead and say, all right, we've got this offshore pump going into these boilers, but we need some more. So we need to make another boiler and some more steam engines. And these require pipes, unfortunately. We'll get there, but making these. I just didn't have any pipes on me, so I'm having to do this the old-fashioned way. But we don't want to move this too far because our bus is right there, but we can put it here. And I'm actually going to just destroy this. It will crush our power grid, but we just put it right back there and we're good. Then we need inserters like that. And we can go 1, 2, 1, 2. Now it's time to check. Okay. Oh, we need power up here. How's the grid at this point? Now we're good. Now we're about, we nearly doubled our power, so this is pretty good. But you can see we can't expand here anymore. So if we want more power, I'm just going to take an offshore pump. I need to build one. Just one is fine. And I'm going to build one that's like coming out this way. And then we can begin running boilers like this. But we need to get the fuel over here, like this. And we just drop down some inserters here, here, here. Get these larger power poles in here and here. And then we just pipette these steam engines, rotate them so they line up properly. Oh, I need to make more steam engines, sure. I should really be carrying pipes around to make this easier on myself. Now, I'm building more power than I necessarily need, but this is just expanding the grid, getting ready, right? So if I look at it, we're about halfway, but, you know, as we expand, we don't want to have any problems. So this just allows us to build up our power, but as you can see, oop, we need to get rid of this rock. It also helps us scale. And what I mean is, like, this is where our power can come from. We can just keep building boilers off of this offshore pump and put the steam engines this way and then plot this out, and this is all just our grid. We've got coal coming in to power it, so our power system is scaling up beautifully. We also have finally got ourselves to a situation where we automated the production of assemblers. We've got power lines. We finished sulfur processing, so let me just make sure that we're still on the path. And I could click blue science. What else do we need? We need plastics. Okay, so start research on that. And let's see how our iron is doing. Better, right? As you can see, but still not ultra fast. We could use more. This is the ore is much better. You can see this is all filled up, and we're not having a problem with ore right here. So what you want to look at is, okay, the ore is actually not deficient. So if the ore can take, then you can put more. All right? So we could actually extend this out. Reverse this. And then we can even have this. We'll just kind of curl this down for one moment. Split this again. Like this. And kind of just bring this up so it's at this level. And the only reason I'm doing that is just so that now I can paste. Now, the last thing that I had copied was this. So if I just paste this in, it's going to be exactly what we need. Just like that. All right, so then I can just kind of go and run this in. Oh, I'm out of furnaces, looks like. And then put these in. There we go. Oh, I need to make some more long-handled inserters. No problem. Absolutely no problem. Oops, I don't need to make these. That was my mistake. And there we go. So now we have even more plates coming in. So this should definitely help, but notice how these are all going to the bottom row of the belt. If we wanted to get even more wild, we could invert this, bring the coal around, if we have enough ore, and drop these on the top to send a double full belt of plates up, which we might need to do. So, everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be useful. This is just us working incrementally up and scaling back, having to go back and address problems. We needed more power. We needed more iron. You know, we needed to automate assemblers, and we want to start building more. We're working towards researching blue science. And in fact, we should probably just, we have plenty of science, build way more science facilities and get science and research going even faster. And I think this is a good place to stop our episode. Let me know if you have any questions about the game. I hope you're enjoying Factorio. Take care.